Hello, dear kids, good morning. Let's start a new lesson in today's session. So, the name of the lesson is Animals Living and Surviving. Okay, let's now learn about how does the animals live and they survive in their surroundings, in their environment. Okay, so I will give a little introduction about this lesson. Kids, millions of years ago, a huge animals called dinosaurs roamed the earth. They roamed around the earth. Which animal? Dinosaurs. You can see in this picture you are having the dinosaurs here. Now there are no dinosaurs. Am I right? Yes. Can you find any dinosaurs in your surroundings? No. Why? Do you know why? Some scientists believe this happened due to a sudden change in the Earth's climate. Okay, this is the reason. Why? Because if there is a sudden change in the Earth's climate, that's why dinosaurs has gone away. Okay, they were vanished in our surroundings. We can't see the dinosaurs nowadays due to the Earth's climate changes. They believe that it became very cold and the dinosaurs could not adjust to the cold conditions and they died. So these dinosaurs, they could not adjust for the cold condition, cold weather. So that's why they died. So these dinosaurs could not adjust for these cold condition. That's why they died. In the natural world, a plant or an animal adopts or changes itself to suit its surroundings. Okay. Suit means what's to adjust, to suit for the environment. What this animal will do? This animal adopts or changes itself to suit its surroundings. Why this happens? This happens because over hundreds this changes and the suiting of the suits for the environment, these all conditions happens over hundreds and thousands of years ago. So for this process of changing to suit the surroundings is called adaptation. Now it comes the turn to learn the adaptation. So what do you mean by adaptation? In the natural world, a plant or an animal adopts or changes itself to suit its surroundings. This happens over hundreds and thousands of years ago. This process of changing to suit the surroundings is called adaptation. I think you have understood this line. Yes. Living things that are able to adapt themselves to their surroundings, they survive. Those that cannot adapt, they die. So we are now learning the simple thing. What? The living things which can adapt themselves to their surroundings, which can adjust to their surroundings, they can only survive. ಅವುಗಳು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಯಾವ ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಏನು ಸರ್ವೈವ್ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗಿಗೆ ಅವರ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೆ, ದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಲೀವ್. ಅದರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಹೂ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್, ದೇ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಲೀವ್. So this is the little introduction about this lesson. So let's now learn about the adaptations to the environment. Adaptations to the environment. How does the animals adapt to their environment in their surroundings? The natural home of animal is called its habitat. What do you mean by habitat? The natural home of an animal is called its habitat. Which is the habitat for the human beings? Which will be the habitat for the human beings? Their home. So, their home or their house will be the habitat for the human beings. Like that, in the natural world, in the environment, the natural home of an animal is called its habitat. The animals can be grouped according to their habitats. Here, the animals can be grouped according to their habitats. In this lesson, you are going to learn. So, I have the sketch of this lesson, means the Brief introduction. First of all, we are having, according to the animals, according to their habitats, they are grouped like terrestrial animals, aquatic animals, amphibians, aerial animals, arboreal animals, and for the adaptations of the food, they are classified into herbivorous, carnivores, and omnivores, and also parasites. So, dear kids, in this session, we will learn, means in this lesson, we will learn about these many different kinds of animals according to their habitats. Okay? So, what do you mean by terrestrial animals? The animals like horses, lions, and camels live on the land. Live on land. They are called terrestrial animals. So the animals which all live on land, those are called as terrestrial animals. In your book, they have given the examples of the 3 animals. I think you know more than this. Okay. So horses, lions, camels, dogs, pigs, these are all some of the examples for the terrestrial animals. Such animals have the legs to move and lungs to breathe. You already know that the terrestrial animals will have the legs to move. To move from one place to animals, they have the legs, and to breathe in the air and to breathe out the air, to inhale and exhale, they have the lungs. So which is the breathing organ of the which will be the breathing organ for the human beings and the animals? Lungs. Right? They have well developed sense organs and a nervous system in order to sense the changes in their surroundings. So how does these animals know that the climate is changing, their surroundings in weather and the climates are changing? How means they also have they are well developed the sense organs. So these animals have developed the sense organs and the nervous system. Nervous system, how this nervous system helps? In which part of our body this nervous system happens? Nerves. It connects to the brain. Right? From the brain gives the message to all the parts of the body that the changes are going on. It makes us to feel, it makes us to sense the surrounding. The things which happens, things which goes on in our surrounding, that must be sensed through our brain itself. Like this, they are the human beings and also the animals are well developed by the sense organs to feel the nervous system, to feel the changes in their surroundings. The animals like snakes do not have the legs. Right? Do they have legs? No, snakes will not have the legs. Snakes are not having the legs. They have plates or scales that help them to crawl. So to move from one place to another, these snakes are having the plates or scaly like a structure on their body that help them to crawl. Crawl means to move from one place to another place. Okay, animals like polar bears and Arctic foxes live in cold regions. As you all know, these polar bears and Arctic foxes live in cold regions. You can see in this picture. They can adjust only for the cold regions, not for the hot weather. Okay, in hot condition or in the hot weather, these polar bears and Arctic foxes will not live because their habitat is like that. From their ancestors' lifetime, they were surviving in the cold regions itself. So now also they are living in the cold regions. They have fur on their bodies to keep them warm. Okay, to keep themselves in a warm condition, their body is covered with the fur. Means hairy like structures are present on the polar bears. You can see in this picture, so much of hairs will be present on the polar bear's body. So that is very helpful for them to keep themselves in a warm condition. They have fat under the skin to be used as the food in the winter. So in winter, if they didn't find the food, means their body is means their skin is their they have the fat under their skin. They have the fat under their skin to be used as food in the winter. That fat condition in winter that fat condition of their body helps them to store the food or to survive without the food also. That's only in winter condition. Okay, some animals like lizards and frogs sleeps for several months to protect themselves from the cold. See these lizards and frogs, what they will do, to go away from the lot of cold condition or to protect themselves from the cold condition, they sleep for the several months. Means not for only 1 month, more than 2 to 3 months they will sleep. So by sleeping they can control their cold and they can survive and protect from the cold condition. This is called the hibernation. Which is the hibernation? Some animals like lizards and frogs sleep for several months to protect themselves from the cold. This is called the hibernation. The skin of desert animals is thick and not very hairy. Hairy means which animal you can find in this desert? In the desert we can find the camel. So do the camels have the hairy structures on their body? So much of hairs on their body? No. Because they can survive in the hot condition. The skin of the desert animals have the thick and the body skin will be very thick. They have the thick skin on their body. So their hairy structures are not important. Hairs are not important for them. Okay, it protects them from the heat of the sun. So this thick body of the camel protects them from the heat of the sun. They can survive for many years in the desert condition. The animal which can survive for the many years in the desert condition is only the camel. Okay dear kids, this is the information about the terrestrial animals. In the next session we will learn about the aquatic animals. Until then, take care and study this well. For the more queries, contact me. Thank you.